The 3 reasons why raw food truly does reverse and heal and eliminate all disease.
Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan, the YouTube channel that's not hosted by a sociopath, narcissist, or a grifter. No, I am your host. Well, often in the comments from haters, they'll accuse me of all sorts of ridiculous sayings. They'll say stuff like, "Oh, you vegans," and you know, any sentence that begins with "all you vegans" is not going to end well. But let's say you vegans are in a cult, accusing me of ignoring just misinformation and nonsense that vegans may often spout, while just focusing and responding to just what meat eaters and anti-vegans say. Well, I'll prove you guys wrong here. I will treat misinformation equally here, even if a vegan is the one spreading it. And I have a goodie here, guys. This is some complete, just wacky, zany, unscientific, non-evidence-based misinformation that could do a lot of harm to a lot of people. Let's see if a raw vegan diet can reverse and cure every disease known to man. Hint, it doesn't.
And I will stand by what I say, all disease, and I will stand by it with conviction, with certainty in the deepest part of my soul.
Well, since you put it like that, I believe you. As long as the conviction comes from the deepest part of your soul, he's got to be telling the truth, right?
My experience and my soul's knowledge and wisdom as a truth seeker, as a spiritual mystic.
So anyway, this guy's name is Raw Food Rising, and I looked into it. It seems to have no credentials whatsoever as far as making these bold health claims. He doesn't seem to be a nutritionist, dietitian, a medical doctor, a PhD in biochemistry, or anything like that. He's a mystic, so yeah.
Someone who pursues alchemizing pain into gifts.
And an alchemist to boot. What can go wrong?
The number one reason why raw food heals all disease is elimination. All disease is caused from the accumulation of waste in the body.
So not only does a raw food diet supposedly reverse every last disease, not just some or most, every last one. I mean, that's so easy to disprove, but he's saying every disease in the world, every disease we know of is caused by this elimination problem. I mean, let's just take a list of all known diseases from A to Z, and this is just all the ones from A to C. So you're saying, bro, you've checked out every last one of these diseases that a raw food diet, you know, from the deepest convictions of your soul, can cure it. And every single one of these diseases is caused by some kind of elimination problem. Well, let's just randomly pick the first one on this list. I can't pronounce it. I'm sure he can't either. Let's just call it AFM. And let's see if AFM is caused by some kind of dietary elimination situation. And of course, it's not. It's caused by pathogens and viruses. But no, don't listen to science. According to him, AFM must have these following causes.
Call it inflammation, call it acid waste, call it poop built up in the digestive system, call it what you want. All disease, every inflammation issue, every symptom that doctors have ever diagnosed is essentially caused from the diet we eat, the food we eat, and the lack of elimination we eat.
Nope, complete bullcrap. All you're doing is repeating the same nonsense I heard back in 2012 from the raw food leaders, all the propaganda, all the non-evidence-based nonsense that they were saying back then. You're just saying it again now in 2023.
If we focus on elimination, we will reverse 99% of health issues.
Wait, now it's 99%? A minute ago you're saying every last issue, all issues, and you believed it from the deepest convictions of your soul. Why are you down to just 99% now? What happened? What are these 1% of diseases that a raw food diet cannot fix?
There might be certain extenuating circumstances where we have nerve damage or genetic mutations.
So as long as you don't have nerve damage or a genetic mutation, a raw food diet will fix all those other diseases. Ah, got it.
What's another way of saying that? Detoxification. We want to allow our body's natural detoxification systems to work. The body is always wanting to detoxify naturally, and if we simply support the body's natural elimination system, we will reverse disease.
Well, I have to give him some credit here. I mean, he's done a really good job of just memorizing and regurgitating all these major talking points and belief points of raw food propaganda. I want to add, like, what he's just saying here about detoxification, and as you'll see, he's going to say raw food's the only thing that can do it. There's no evidence to support this whatsoever, other than anecdotal stuff. And I mean by evidence is actual science, not just some guy said he feels better after he juiced.
How do we focus on detoxification? Raw food. Raw food supports the body's natural elimination system because of why? Because of the high water content in raw food, because of the high fiber content in raw food, which sweeps the digestive system, and high in minerals.
So yeah, fiber and minerals, I get plenty of that too on a non-raw vegan diet. Just eat a properly planned, whole food, plant-based diet. You'll get your fiber, you'll get your minerals. And as far as like high water content, yeah, make sure you're hydrated, drink plenty of water, and still eat your fruit. I'm not saying don't eat any raw fruit or anything like that. I still have 5 banana smoothies every day. So anyway, let's see. I think he thinks there's some other special magic property that only raw fruit has.
And high in enzymes. Now, enzymes are key because they support every metabolic function in the body, including all of the processes of elimination and detoxification.
Yes, the raw propaganda is strong with this one. Let's see him talk about these magic enzymes that you only can get in raw fruits and vegetables. And let's see later on, we'll fact check that and see if this enzyme theory of raw food actually withstands the scrutiny of modern science.
If we're eating food void of enzymes, cooked food, if we eat cooked foods, there's no enzymes.
Aha, so me eating all this cooked food, I'm missing out on these wonderful magical enzymes that are going to clean me out and help with elimination and detoxification. I just can't get that, right? Well, let's see what the general scientific consensus is on this strange theory. So for instance, on the Johns Hopkins Medicine website, they have a page on digestive enzymes and digestive enzyme supplements, which Raw Food Rising is not too concerned about, but they do address this question: can I get digestive enzymes from the food I eat? In the case of here, like fruits, there's no real evidence to suggest that enzyme-rich foods such as pineapples and avocados help your digestion. You got that? No real evidence. You're instead better off building a well-balanced diet that contains fresh fruits and vegetables, as I said, lean proteins, and for me, lean proteins are legumes, and whole grains. These foods will naturally help support the work your digestive enzymes are already doing. And if for some bizarre reason you don't trust Johns Hopkins Medicine, let's check out this article that McGill University wrote about raw food diets. Like, they're addressing how restaurants in California are capitalizing on this idea that raw food is somehow better than cooked food. And here about enzymes, the enzyme theory. These raw foodists also claim that low temperature cooking or no cooking preserves the enzymes in food. That may be true, but it's irrelevant. And here's what they mean. Enzymes are actually proteins, and they're broken down in the digestive tract into peptides or amino acids. So while maybe tiny amounts of certain enzymes may survive the digestion process to be absorbed, they have no clinical relevance. Or in other words, these few enzymes that survive digestion won't make a darn difference anyway.
Cooked starches, cooked grains, support the body's accumulation of waste. It's the raw foods with the water and the fiber and the enzymes that support the elimination system.
Nope, completely untrue. In fact, it turns out if we take his line of reasoning, a whole food plant-based diet involving cooked food should have all the same magical effects as his raw food diet because, we get the fiber, we get the minerals, and if we look at the actual science, the whole enzyme theory is a wash. It doesn't make any difference either way, whether you're having cooked food or not, despite the raw food propaganda. So if Raw Food Rising were to be honest, he would say, yeah, even a cooked food vegan diet can reverse every disease known to mankind. But he's never going to say that. And we all know that's not true too.
That's the first step in healing disease. Now we can go a step further and have detoxification protocols like juice fasting. Juice fasting is particularly effective in supporting the elimination system.
Of course, juice fasting. I saw that coming. A very common thing that raw foodists are into, which I always find kind of amusing because, you hear them talking here how detoxifying and purifying their uncooked food diet is. So clean and all this stuff. Well, if you're already detoxified and cleaned out and stuff, why even bother juice fasting then? You're already good, right? Like, why go so extreme? That's why I don't recommend raw vegan diets to people. They're so extreme in so many ways. Yeah, maybe there's some people who do it in a more reasonable way, like John Kohler, but even if you are eliminating all cooked food completely from your plant-based diet, that's an extreme diet. You're needlessly restricting and removing completely healthy food groups, like say cooked legumes. I mean, there's no science saying that eating a cooked bean is gonna like take a day or a second off of your life. In fact, longevity studies clearly show, I mean, this is the general scientific consensus, that longevity is associated with high consumption of legumes. But no, raw foodists say don't eat them unless somehow you can eat a raw legume. And if you're truly vegan because you're vegan, let's remind ourselves what veganism is. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. It says nothing about how thou shalt never have cooked food pass through your lips again or anything like that. So I don't understand why, if you're truly against animal cruelty and exploitation, that's why you're vegan, why you would needlessly restrict yourself on this extreme diet that so many people have issues maintaining. Not only maintaining a raw diet, but as we see from all these why I'm no longer vegan people making videos, a high percentage of, like way more than half of them, have spent some serious time doing a raw vegan diet. So I'm just saying, not all raw vegans fail and end up eating steak or what do they eat first? Fish and eggs, like right off the bat. I'm not saying that's always going to happen to you, but does greatly increase your odds.
And if you want support on a juice fast, join my group coaching program, Raw Vegan Heroes. Raw Vegan Heroes is the best group coaching program for juice fast support in the world, hands down.
Aha, so he has some services to sell here. So I think now I finally figured out why he's even making all these just bold, unproven claims about how a raw vegan diet involving juice fasting reverses every disease known to man, because I think he's making a ton of money saying this nonsense. He's a classic grifter. Let's go to his webpage here and see how much he charges just to talk to him. Like nearly $200 for a 1-hour conversation. I mean, I don't even think my attorney charges that much. And my attorney went to law school and is actually educated and has big law school bills to pay. But it gets even better here. $3,000 for a 12-week coaching program. So I'm just going to be completely honest here, calling you out, Raw Food Rising. You're giving people unscientific advice. You're making claims about things you absolutely know nothing of. You have no education, no training, yet you're telling people that you know with absolute certainty that your raw food and juicing thing here will reverse and cure every disease known to man. It's not based in any actual science other than your mysticism and alchemy. You're giving people a false sense of hope that you, not actual medical doctors, will be able to help them, that you'll help them with zero training, just some guy telling people to eat bananas and drink juice, and you're going to fix their problems. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you have some anecdotal stories. You know, I mean, yeah, anyone can feel better for a little while, but it doesn't mean that it's an effective treatment for any disease, particularly, let alone every single disease known to humankind. And people need to be aware of hucksters and charlatans like this spouting complete misinformation, not based in any evidence other than anecdotal stories, that benefits only them, the grifters. So that's why I'm making this video. So like I said, I don't care if someone's vegan or not, if you're spouting misinformation, especially if you're preying off innocent, gullible people, you may find yourself on one of these call-out response videos. So anyway, guys, I want to make it clear, I'm not saying don't ever do a raw vegan diet. If you've been doing it and it's working for you and you're happy with it, cool, keep going on with it. I'm glad it's working out for you, okay? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hit like, share this video. Actually, I want to hear your comments down here. I want to know what you thought of this claim. Am I being unreasonable here? Yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe a raw vegan diet will cure and reverse every disease known to humankind. Who am I to say otherwise? So let me know what your thoughts are when you hear claims like that, because for me, just red flags go off and all my BS detectors are firing off. So anyway, guys, leave your questions and comments, hit like, share this video, and remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. See you next time.